A couple years back, I once had an hourglass sitting on the corner of my desk. The time it took for each grain of pearl white sand to fall from one bulb to the other was 15 minutes. I flipped the hourglass whenever it needed resetting since I enjoyed how pristine and classy it looked. One day, like any other, I watched the last grain of sand fall down to the bottom. My first instinct was to flip the hourglass like always, but this time, I hesitated. I realized that by flipping the hourglass, I'd be accepting that 15 minutes of my life had vanished right before my eyes, without any hope of return. Every consecutive flip from that point onwards left me questioning if the fragment of time that had just passed was well spent. Hundreds of flips later, I was fully convinced that one of my greatest fears was wasting time and not accomplishing anything worthwhile in my life. I accidentally shattered that hourglass months later, and I discovered that the sand that spilt out of it wasn't tough and unforgiving like I once thought, but soft and moldable. I then understood that time works in the same way, and I realized that I shouldn't cower from it, but utilize it to achieve my goals, which I'll start to do now. My dream is to live a life that isn't restricted by doing work I don't care about. These past videos I've created have shown me that I'm capable of turning my dream into a plan, albeit a plan with a self-imposed time limit of 730 days. Because there's no advice I've received that's been anywhere near as empowering as my fear of letting time get the best of me.